Hi Sagittarius, here's a little update reading for you. We've now still in the sort of energy of the full moon, but it's not as much as it was a few days ago, but we're still feeling the benefit of it, and we as Sagittarians have now gone into a period of no retrogrades and directness, and it's made us completely different. I don't know whether you're starting to feel a vibration as a Sagittarius of being a more thinking person, whether you're a woman or a man, in the sense that you're thinking about your own life more now and your own worth, and what you are worth, and there's the readings always return to the same place for Sagittarius, that a person has completely made them sad, great sadness. You've been taking time to heal, and you've had the need to forgive yourself and others, and you've gone through a real period of grieving, as if someone's died. It's as if someone has died in your life, and the bereavement is absolutely astoundingly painful. And this has all gone on, and you've been like blindfolded in this mad love for this person. It's as if you contracted yourself out to be this person's energy field, this person's magnetism, this person's lifeline, or they were your lifeline. I'm going to talk about the person at the moment, and I hope they're not too late, because they're actually feeling a lot of regret from what I'm seeing here. But you Sagittarius are changing, and if they don't wake up quickly, then because you've awakened now, you've awakened out of that grief. This full moon has really shook you up, as has the Aquarius season coming in, because it's very soft, it's very gentle, and it's a beautiful energy, and it's a time to see the vision of your own life going forwards. And while you're living in this grief, in this bereavement, in this sadness, you can't actually move forwards. Now, the universe or the world or whatever has not been kind to you financially. Sagittarians have really gone through a bad time, like Pisceans. And if you've got a Pisces moon or rising as well as a Sagittarius sun, then you've had it double trouble. So there's been complete financial constraints on Sagittarians, but it's changing. And with your awakening, with your powers of perception increasing, with your thinking power becoming much more positive in terms of your own self and what you want to complete, what you want to achieve, you've realized now what you're worth. And abundance is coming, because we've got here the Shower of Abundance card, which is what Jupiter wants you to have. And Jupiter's really been working hard at creating the right life and mindset for you, Sagittarius. It's been in different placements over the years, and it's really kicked your ass. It's your ruler, and it's made you look to this point where you see yourself as the most important thing of all in the whole situation. And so the Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward, and fortune is on your side. So now that could be work-wise, because clients seem to have dried up if you're self-employed, or you've lost your job, or you've not had a pay rise, and the cost of living crisis has really taken its toll on you. But abundance is coming one way or another. It might not be through a win. It might be likely you get a promotion, or as a self-employed person, you get a really good contract. But you will feel a sense of completion in your work life and in your own heart life, in the sense that you'll feel, I actually have to concentrate on myself. I'm going to be happy with or without my person, because your person has really dominated you for a number of years and has made you really sad over being happy. Obviously, they've given you some happiness or you wouldn't have stayed. But for some of you, it won't have even been that significant a relationship, in that you would have spent more time apart than together. It could have been a long distance relationship. It could have been a relationship where the other person was in a marriage, or worked away, or lived far away. And so more time was spent texting and developing this relationship, and then when you got together it was fraught because it was so short and promises were broken, and you have decided in your head that you're not going to have that anymore. You don't want that anymore. You'd rather have nothing than that. You want a proper caring connection. So if that person doesn't come forward with a proper offer of caring, you are not going to give them the time of day. That's the thing that's happened here, because the Magician's been at work, the Star, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, and you're on the right path. And you're making happy, optimistic plans for yourself, your own development, your own life, for the first time in a long time, Sagittarius. And I'm so proud of you, because sometimes a person can be very important to you, and you might feel that they're really there and you want them forever and only them will do. But at the same time, if they haven't moved mountains to be with you, and they have not made much communication, then you have to question whether they are the right person for you. And this is what's coming into the mix for Sagittarius now, fortunately, because they've spent too long being besotted or involved in this person, whilst this person's been giving them very little feedback back. Okay, let's see what comes up for Sagittarius. Well, we have the moon here, and that's an illusion, really. At that time, that relationship was an illusion. We've got the dogs fretting, we've got them barking, we've got the crab jumping out the water. There's literally not been a settled relationship, and certainly, since lack of communication has occurred, has not been what you really needed. And you jumped into that, like you always do if you feel something, like the Fool. And I know that's an awful word, the Fool, but the Fool just leaps. They have so much faith in a situation, and like you didn't even need a blindfold. You didn't even need your eyes open. You were just happy blindfolded and jumping in. But it's taught you a lesson. I don't think you'll ever do that again, Sagittarius. You'll be asking lots of questions. And of course, you got to a point where you were in a stalemate, crossroads. Do I carry on pining for someone that is not even mine? And the thinking woman or man took over and said no. And the universe said no. Fate's going to take its course. And you've been given a number of options. I think other people are quite interested in you. I'm not saying you're jumping up and down about that, but you've realised that you're quite attractive, very attractive, and that there's other options for you now. And we'll look at your person in a moment, but I think the person, unless they come forwards very quickly, is becoming less and less significant to you, and it's about time. That's all I can say. It's about time, because I've been reading for Sagittarius now for a number of months, and I keep getting the same thing. The Wheel of Fortune's on its way in, and it's really turning. And also, as we said, Jupiter is working to give you a shower of abundance, and there you are in your finery, and you're getting victory in your work, a lot of victory in your work. And of course, there'll be wealth and prosperity due to that. and you're suddenly having a lot of progress after the delay. So you've had a lot of delay in your work, and suddenly there's lots of progress happening. I think you really want financial stability now, and that financial stability is almost as important as a caring connection. If somebody said to you, if somebody approached you in the street, like a woman came along, a gypsy woman, and said, right, 2 coins, which one are you going to take for financial stability or love? Which one are you going to take? And I think you might take the financial stability one at the moment, because you've learned that love is a tough game. It really is a hard game to play, and unless the other person is completely on your side, it's going to be a tough one. And so sometimes you have that choice to make, and karma knows what choice you've made. There we go. And karma's at work now, so it's real karmic lessons that we've been learning, and you are going to get very good karma. Here we've got the Page of Cups, and Sagittarius, if you've got a child, this keeps coming up. If you've got a child, Sagittarius, that child is going to do really well. Sagittarius as firstborn is going to do really well this year. What, the firstborn or your only child? Few more cards here, and then we'll take a few repeat tarots, and I'm going to do you a little reading, hopefully every day, just to see how it changes, how your mood is changing, how you're feeling. It will be a bit up and down. You might one day just feel like, oh, I want to stay in bed and I just wish my person was here, but don't go back to that. Try stay strong, because you have got the world at your feet. The world is your lobster. That feeling of being completely besotted by this person and locked in this stagnant relationship that wasn't moving because there was something wrong with it, even though you felt this person was your world, there was something wrong with it. They were either in a third-party relationship, they were working away and putting money first. They are changing. Their mood is changing. They are becoming now, they feared loss before, and so their work was very important to them. They were almost a workaholic. They feared loss, so might have stayed in a relationship because materialistically that gave them what they wanted for retirement or for a better life if they weren't of that age. So they were putting finances above love, which is what I just said to you, you might do if you had that choice, because you've been through the process, but they were happy locked in. If this applies to you and them, if it resonates with you, please let me know in the comments. But they were happy locked in a loveless relationship just because it had all the trimmings, materialism, drinks out, nice meals, lovely clothes, no problem with money, buy properties, buy cars. They wanted in that. If they had to break from that, they would fear the loss. They would fear the loss that would bring. And so they rather stayed there until they reached a point where they thought, right, I am worried about my life. I'm emotionally unfulfilled. I'm feeling that I really want to see Sagittarius. I'm wondering what she's or he's doing now. Have I given up something very special? And am I going to be sad and now and miserable for the rest of my life? Because karma's very tough, you know. And they are feeling overtaxed in their work now. They're not doing it as happily. They're feeling very emotionally unfulfilled, and they're going to get an awakening very soon. And they're seeing their situation they're in is not going as planned. They're seeing some deceit and manipulation in the people they're mixing with, either at work, their bosses, or a partner that they don't really want to be with. So things are coming out, things are opening up for them, and they are beginning to think about you more and more and more, whilst you are getting overwhelmed by choices. People are approaching you, men are approaching you, or women are approaching you, or you're just meeting them by chance, and you're thinking, my God, the world's full of possibilities. I can't just be miserable all the time. Plus your work life is improving. There's progress within a project, and you're seeing yourself as being quite worthy of success, and there's got lots of good news over work. Whilst your person is feeling very let down and betrayed in their life, and they're going through a very hard time. They're feeling left out in the cold, and maybe they're beginning to create the split where they're going to be more financially in a situation of difficulty, and they certainly feel stagnated. They're like the hanged man. So they could be a Pisces, but they're seeing things in a different way because temperance is at work. And when temperance starts being at work, it makes you feel anxious, overstressed, desperate, and this is how they're feeling right now. So they're really feeling let down. Look at this. You couldn't make it up. They're literally feeling like they're lying on the floor, chronic stress, a breakdown, failure of plans, an end of a cycle, and they have to start thinking in a different way, and they want a new relationship. They want a new life with you. They want the chance of a magic moment. They want the chance to build up a new life with you, and they are clever enough to do it. Even if they lose a lot, they know that they can invest, and they can use the Ace of Pentacles here to get them new prosperity. And they're seeing hidden agendas where they are. So things are falling in place for them to be with you, and they're really feeling restricted where they are. So I don't think it's going to be long before you hear from them. It could be a Pisces or it could be a Virgo. Now, this Hermit card is applicable to both of you. It could be a Virgo that you're dealing with, or it could be you looking at all that past nonsense you've been through, and sadness and hurt and despair, and you're going, I'm not going to go there again. That light shining over it, but I'm not going to go there anymore. I'm going to give my life a push. I'm going to give myself the self-worth and worthy life that I need, and I'm going to go forwards like the Knight of Pentacles on my horse to make money. And I'm going to cut through any nonsense in my life and be quite strict about that. The sword is going to cut through the fog, the confusion, the nonsense, and I'm going to become either the King of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles, depending on your gender. And you're going to have success through hard work. So the Magician card that's there, I don't, you can see it very well with the camera, is really at work for you, and it's mirroring such a brilliant future for you. And because it's the year of the rabbit in the Chinese New Year, everything is possible. Everything is possible. And the Knight of Cups is going like a romantic proposal is coming your way, Sagittarius. So if it's from your person, there could be great unity between you both and a good, stable outcome, because they've learned a lot of lessons, and definitely it is your old lover. It is your old person that's coming forwards. Now, they will try and overcome all obstacles with you, because they're going to know that you are not going to take what they say with a pinch of salt and just go, oh, come back into my arms, darling. You're going to give them a really hard time, because you are on a roll now. You're very creative. You're making money, and or maybe not money yet, but you're making an impact in the creative world, and you're balancing your choices and opportunities, and so the person, when they come forwards, your person, they're going to see that they're not the be all and end all for you anymore, and they're going to have to work hard to have a possible partnership with you. They're looking out thinking, will Sagittarius accept me? Will they accept me? So let's have one or two more cards for messages for Sagittarius, please. I think I'm going to see if I get any repeat tarot cards, because they're really good messages if we do get a repeat tarot. Here we've got the Emperor. And here we've got the Magician. So the universe is magicking up your future. You're magicking it up yourself with manifestation. You're learning how to manifest at last. You're thinking it through. You're doing it through your gratitude lists. Some of you will be doing gratitude lists, and if that resonates with you, please let me know in the comment below. Another card for Sagittarius, please. The High Priestess. Well, here your wisdom is just astounding people now. You've got your book, you've got your knowledge, it's on your lap, and you just know it all, and you really do feel you're in control of your own life. And the Fool. Look at that. Will you take another leap into love? We have to ask ourselves. Let's look at my other tarot cards, see if we get any repeats on the Major and Arcana and the Aces. Ace of Pentacles, yes. You're going to make money, Sagittarius. You're on a roll for making money. A show of abundance is on its way. Jupiter's making sure of that. But of course, Jupiter is in your house of true love in Aries. And that means you are going to find your true love. And justice, that's justice for you because you deserve it. Could be with a Pisces again, or a Virgo. Can we have, yep. Here we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So they're all repeated. The main cards are all being repeated for you, Sagittarius. We've got the Death card, which showed total transformation took place. We've got the Hermit here, which makes me think it is a Virgo. The Moon, was it all an illusion? But the person's going to show you that it was not, because they also have had the Magician working for them. The Devil card, stagnant relationship, unhealthy relationship before, but it is going to be transformative. The Death card is saying that, and the sun is going to shine on it. It's going to be a you are my sunshine sort of relationship if you take your person back, but you are going to be overwhelmed by choice. Temperance is at work for both of you. Earth angel qualities, Judgment, the Karma card, the World at your feet. The World is your lobster, you two, and you're going to cut through all the confusion with the sword and the fog. And here we have the High Priestess. So we've got so much goodness coming through, so much happiness, so much true thinking and feeling and enlightenment. So I really think it's been a very good reading, Sagittarius. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if this resonates with you. And I think your person's going to go like, whoa, what's happened to her or him when they come forwards. Thank you, Sagittarius.